The S25 Ultra has officially been out for a month now. Now, I know I got mine a couple weeks before that because I went to the launch event, but as far as being able to pick one up at a store, it's been out just over a month. And I gotta say, just like I said before, this is my favorite Ultra phone that I've ever used. I like it. I've still got my SIM card in it. I've still been using it, even though I've been testing out a lot of other phones. And there's a lot of stuff that I like about it. And if you're interested in picking one up right now, I think Samsung may have the best deal that I've ever seen on one of the phones. So hear me out on this. Some people like the 1 terabyte model. I don't like to buy the 1 terabyte model because I'm not spending that much money. But right now, because they still have all the sale deals on and stuff, which I predicted they probably would because I didn't think pre-orders were particularly all that great. But you can get the 1 terabyte model right now with max trade-in value. Like if you trade in like a Z Fold 6, you trade in an S24 Ultra or something that gets you the max $900 trade-in credit, you can get it for 519 bucks. But it only comes in two color options for that deal. It comes in the titanium and the titanium gray and titanium white silver. So if you get the silver or white looking one, then you can get the 1 terabyte model for 519 and still have credit to get freebies. You can still get the Galaxy Buds for 25 bucks, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, which are fantastic. Or you can get a Galaxy Watch 7 for like $96. Or you can get a Galaxy Watch Ultra for 289 bucks on top of getting the S25 Ultra with 1 terabyte for just over 500 bucks, which is insane. Normally the 1 terabyte models are incredibly expensive. The 256 model, if you trade in, you can get it for as low as $399. They're actually sold out of the 512s. Samsung's website has zero 512 gigabyte model versions of the S25 Ultra, which is pretty incredible. I guess it just took them long enough, but they finally got there. But I was reading an article yesterday that says that the S25 series is the fastest that they've ever gotten to 1 million sales in, I guess, in South Korea, which I guess is a big number. But, I mean, they're from Korea, so it's their home turf, so they support their brand probably more than we do here in the U.S., and the U.S. is kind of Apple turf. But anyway, yeah, they said it was the fastest they've ever got to 1 million in Korea since the Note 10 series, like 5-6 years ago. So apparently they really like it over there. And I was kind of odd because I was seeing such a disparity because I felt like the pre-orders here in the United States weren't that great, but now I'm seeing that in Korea they're really good. So maybe it's because that you can actually get a 16 gigabyte of RAM model, right? And I think that's one of the heartaches that people had with the phone is that there's not a 16 gigabyte RAM model. I personally don't care. And I carry this thing around and I use it every day. And I will be until the S26 Ultra comes out because I get the new phone every year, as a lot of people who watch my channel do. So I don't have as much heartburn about it. I know a lot of people do. It doesn't really bother me that much because it's so perfectly capable and will be for a few years. But yeah, the phone's very good. I've really enjoyed this phone, and I just made a post on Twitter about it yesterday because I've been using this. My son plays soccer, so he plays soccer in high school, and the iPhone, the zoom is terrible on that. A lot of the other phones don't have as good a zoom, so I really like to use the zoom whenever I go out there and I take photos because he's all the way across the field a lot of times. So it's just been really good, and I was talking about how I really like the zoom on it and how it's essential for me when I go to my kids' soccer games, I go to my kids' football games, having this incredible zoom and the complement of zoom lenses for the different distances on here allows me to take really good photos. So I do appreciate that. That's something I like. Of course, I like the S Pen. And if you don't like the S Pen, I can understand why maybe it's more frustrating for the price on this phone because it's not the cheapest, but I still really enjoy the S Pen and I don't use the Bluetooth features anyway, so it didn't really bother me they took them out, other than principally I don't like to see features go away. But the phone itself has been fantastic. It gets me all-day battery, it has high-end performance, and I think they did a good job with it. I love the design, and I've still been using the same case. This is I can never remember the name of the case, but it's the Samsung, like the fake leather one, like the vegan synthetic leather case. It doesn't add hardly any bulk at all, and even though I've been using it for coming up on this a month and a half, still in great shape, still looks brand new, just like the day that I got it, and I like it a lot. And unfortunately, when I bought it, I got it for half off. Like the week they were doing some sale deals before the phone launched, and I got it for like 28 bucks. I'm going to use this case for a very long time. I like thin cases. I don't like bulky cases. And this one, it feels super premium. And I had some reservations because I'm like, well, it's not real leather. It's not genuine leather. I used to really enjoy the genuine leather cases a long time ago. But they did an excellent job with this one. So I'll give them credit there too. The accessories seem to be pretty good. But overall sentiment with this phone is still high. I know that in the US, pre-orders appear to be low, but all the people and all the response I got in so many videos are like, I love this phone. I love this phone. I'm glad I upgraded this phone. So I think the resounding decision for most people is that they're happy with it. I think the screen's beautiful. I think it's responsive. One UI 7 is a treat. I love using One UI 7 on here. And that's one of the reasons why there's so much frustration, I think, that it still hasn't been publicly rolled out to the S24 and things like that, because it's been so good. And it should be there by now, right? I mean, Android 15 came out, what, 6 months ago almost? 5 months ago? Like the Pixel 9 series came out 6 months ago. So yeah, Android 15 has been out on the Pixel for almost 5 months, and we still don't have it with the S24, S23, S22. So that's something that I think rubs people the wrong way. Not just because it's been so long since it's been launched, it's not been launched yet, but also the fact that it's so good and it has really, really made the enjoyment of my experience with this phone a lot better. Like, I wish I could have had an opportunity to test it with the S24 Ultra before I traded it in, but sadly, I buy my own phone, so I traded it in whenever I got the S25 Ultra. So I like the S25 Ultra. I think it's a fantastic phone. I think it's probably just about the best phone on the market right now. And I think it's running circles around the iPhone. Good gosh, they're having so many problems. There was just another announcement yesterday that the Siri 2.0 upgrade that's supposed to have contextual awareness and all these advanced features and stuff that was originally supposed to be available probably around April may not even be available this year. Like, it could, or till later this year, till after like the iPhone 17 gets here. If they don't launch all of the Apple Intelligence features till after the iPhone 17 launches, it will probably be the biggest debacle in Apple history. Seriously, like, it's terrible. So the S25, yes, the software is delayed on the S24, but the S25, they've done a great job with it. It's been a solid launch. The AI features are nice on here. I think the camera's good. I think there are improvements here. I think that they're still trying to dial in the low light stuff. I think people still had some inconsistencies there. I don't take a lot of low light photos, so I haven't experienced that personally. But for all the photos I've taken, the zoom photos that I've taken, and just the full complement of lenses that I've been using them, I love the selfie on here. I've always thought they've had a good selfie. The screen is beautiful. You've got hardly any bezels on here anymore either. And this new form factor where they gave it the flat edges and the rounded corners, I am 100% on board with. I know some people liked it better with the sharper corners and the barreled edges. This makes it feel slimmer. It makes it feel easier to hold, easier to use one-handed. And it's something that's really made my appreciation and the usage of this phone a lot better. The S24 Ultra, I like that phone. I thought it was one of the best phones you could get last year, but I hated carrying it around because it felt so bulky. And this one feels like it worked out at the gym for 6 months, shed some weight. It came out leaner and stronger and faster and better. And I've just really enjoyed it ever since I got the phone. And yeah, it's good. So if you've been wondering, it's been over a month since the phone has been out now. Like, what's the sentiment on it? Do I still like it? Do I still recommend it? Yes, I wholeheartedly recommend it. And if you're interested in getting one, like I said, there's great deals on it right now. If you've been hanging around watching the reviews, wanting to get a good deal, they've got the Samsung sales stuff on right now. But yeah, the fact that you can get a 1 terabyte for $519 and still have the Samsung credit to get other stuff like, oh, I don't know, get the Galaxy Buds Pro 3 for $25, or the Watch Ultra like half off. That's some pretty good stuff. The ecosystem is good. I use the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro all the time. I'm a big fan of them, and I love my Galaxy Watch Ultra. So I think that Samsung, other than this One UI 7 post-release for other phones, is firing on all cylinders right now, and I think they're doing a good job. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all those things, please, of course, go to the comments section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.